Hello and welcome back to the channel, The Design Den. So today, y'all, I'm filming outside. Actually, I have a neighbor and she has two little boys and she never seems to have time. So today I have a project for outdoors for you guys, something easy, something simple, but it will make your entryway look absolutely amazing and take it to another level. Remember, when you are pulling up to your front door, the entryway sets the stage and sets the precedence for everything. So we are going to redo her entryway and surprise her. So stay tuned. Now let's jump right into the beginning of this video, y'all. So as you can see, the outdoor is a mess. We got some old hinges and stuff up from what looked like a previous screen door. The grass, little landscaping area is unkept, but we got solutions for everything, y'all. Having a nice entryway is not that hard. As I look up close, you can see where all the worn damage to the frame, but we not fixing no door frames, y'all. We just gonna paint this frame and call it a day. Outdated light fixture, but we have no access to the electricity, so we're not gonna worry about that. I got a solution for it though, so just stick with me all the way to the end. And as you can see, the door is a mess. The outside ground area is a little groundy, a little grimy, but we're gonna fix all of that. So first things first, y'all, I am just simply removing all of the old hardware from what looked like was a screen door. The door is pretty busted, but it's nothing that we can do to replace the door. Again, this is a rental property, and to be frankly honest, we're not replacing no doors, y'all. We just gonna do what we need to do to get this job done, to get this job completed. To be perfectly honest, y'all, this removal took me a little bit because there was so much old hinge work from the previous screen door. It took me a little minute to get all of that stuff off, but finally I was able to remove all of the old hardware from off of what used to be a previous installed screen door. We don't have no screen door to put back in its place, so we just gonna make it do what it do. We gotta use what we have. We gotta use the resources that we have. No, we are not going out and purchasing no new screen door for this landlord. Absolutely not. Right now, our only job is to try and make this front door entryway a little bit more presentable and give it a little bit more curb appeal. So let's keep going. I ain't even gonna tell y'all, it was hot as fish grease outside. But the one thing that just kept bothering me about being outside was this light fixture. Y'all, I don't know how long this light fixture been up here. Really don't matter how long it been here, but I just could not believe how filthy this light fixture is. I mean, I don't even think that light fixture has been washed or cleaned or wiped off since any of the tenants ever lived there. So y'all, here comes the hard part. I wanted to do a little bit of landscape into this small little area right here. No, I'm not a landscaper, but I do know how to make things that aren't so great looking look a little better. So here I am with my handy dandy shovel and rake from the Dollar Tree, $1.25. I keep trying to tell y'all be sleeping on the Dollar Tree. But now I am going to make an honest attempt to turn this dirt, get all these weeds and things out of this grassy, whatever this little patch of cabbage patch fur of whatever landscaping this is. We gonna just make it do what it do, y'all. We pulling up all the weeds. We turning over the dirt. And I know for a fact that the neighbor doesn't want any flowers. So, because she doesn't have a green thumb, as she told me, she don't have a green thumb. So we're going to take it up a notch and do something just a little bit different for her. Something that is low maintenance, something that she won't have to worry about taking care of, and something that will last until she decides to move. Y'all, it was starting to get a little bit hot, so I had to call in reinforcements to come help me. So don't judge me, y'all. All that matters is that we got this project done. We got all of those weeds, what look like previous rocks or something that may have been placed in the landscape, and we were able to get all of that effectively and efficiently removed. Now, just a little small disclaimer, when y'all are doing this, make sure that you got some kind of safety goggles on. This is what it looked like after about an hour and 20 minutes of digging, pulling up weeds, and thoroughly cleaning the area. Since we don't have any flowers or flower beds to put in this little area, I came up with this little idea of building like a small trench where you'll see in a few minutes I am going to stagger some bricks and give it an outline, because we want to place mulch in this area and we don't have a frame for the mulch. I mean, we digging a little deep, but when it rains, the mulch will rain away. So we are going to stagger some bricks and make a sort of kind of like a foundation for this area to keep our mulch from raining away. So just stick with me, guys. So this was my idea for staggering the bricks, laying them neatly, one on top of the other. This was the concept that I came up with. Again, when you are digging the dirt, you need to make sure that you dig and build your trench deep enough so that the bricks stick firmly in place. Now, y'all, disclaimer. If you are going to put any type of mulch or rocks or anything like that to bring up your spot or make your home look a little bit more cohesive and you want it to last, you need to lay some type of tarp down, whether it's plastic, whether it's a trash bag, it doesn't matter, but it needs to lay on the foundation so that, or on the dirt, so that the weeds from the previous, situation don't grow up through your mulch or don't grow up through your rocks or don't seem to peek through your new landscaping. So here I am just putting a little bit of drop cloth in between my bricks because I have an idea what I want to do with these bricks. So just stick with me. If you are enjoying this video, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Y'all know. You see them bottles of water? It was hot as fish grease outside, y'all. Stay hydrated. If you are doing a project, even the smallest of projects or projects of this magnitude, make sure that you got plenty of water and that you stay hydrated because it was hot out there, y'all. And I was still making it do what it do. Sweat just running everywhere. But I'm getting it done. So y'all, after I finally got all of those bricks staggered, here is what the staggering looks like. Again, I just found some bricks just laying around all around, and I just kept accumulating and accumulating them and stacking them and stacking them and stacking them until I thought I had enough to do this project. It don't take a lot. The bricks was free. I found them outside. So y'all, use your resources. Do what you got to do. Remember, I said the importance of laying some type of tarp down to prevent your weeds from peeking through your landscaping. Here is the idea of what I was talking about. So here you see me just spray painting the bricks because I want everything to be cohesive. And no, I did not wash those bricks. Absolutely not. I was not. It was too hot. I wasn't doing all that. And my whole objective was to get this project done. So here I am with my $2.79 can of spray paint. Yes, the spray paint may not last. It may wash off. Who knows? But what I do know is that this project was starting to come to life, y'all. Just look at how good that looks already. Now, I told y'all we ain't have no access to electrical, but what I do know is a can of spray paint go a long way, especially when you trying to renovate and make something that's old and busted and crusty and nasty looking look a little bit more polished and a little bit more refined. So here I am just spray painting the light fixture. I couldn't take it down off the wall, so I had to get creative and do what I normally do, what I normally know I can do. So here I am just spray painting the old crusty, dusty, nasty looking light fixture, being very careful not to spray any wiring or outlets. There was no wiring or outlets exposed, so it was a pretty easy to do. It was a no-brainer. Yes, I should have taped the plastic to the wall, but I didn't have no tape and I didn't feel like going to the store to get none, so I just did what I needed to do. But it worked out in the end. Now, to show y'all I wasn't BSing, look how nice and cohesive all of everything came together. Everything just came together so nicely, y'all. Look at how nice the landscaping looks. It went from crusty and busted to now clean, polished, and more uniform. So now we need to address the elephant in the room, this crusty, nasty door right here. And yes, that is, something that you need to address. Your front door is always the star of the show. So here we are sanding, me and my baby, sanding the front door, the frame, just trying to get everything as nice and smooth as we possibly can so that we can get some paint up on this stuff. Then here I am with my broom, just dusting and removing all of the cobwebs and any dirt, debris, or anything that could be in the way. Again, you do not want dirt and debris inside of your paint. So make sure that you get a broom or a rag and you wipe everything down so that when you do paint, you don't have any dirt inside of your paint. I did remove the hardware from the front door, y'all, because I didn't want any paint or anything to get on the hardware because that could be a mess. And I didn't feel like sitting there sanding it off. Plus, I had ideas for the hardware. Here you see me using my handy dandy leftover paint that I had from a previous project. And I'm just going to roll this paint on this door, y'all. And no, disclaimer, this is not outdoor paint. This is not door paint. This is regular interior paint. But y'all, I didn't have any money and I had to use the resources that I have. Again, this was something that I was doing for a friend and I wanted them to be happy. So I used what I had, y'all. Is it going to last? Probably not. However, for right now, it is going to look so much better. It is going to look so much cleaner. It is going to be so stunning once I am completed. Again, use what you have. It doesn't matter if it doesn't last. You do what you can do right now for the moment. And when the opportunity presents itself to do something better, then you do something better. But for right now, I'm using what I have. Don't judge me. Don't come for me in the comments. And this is what it looked like once I put the first coat on. As you can see, that door went from crusty and busted to more uniform, to more streamlined, to clean. Now, the next thing we have to do is start with this frame. As you can see, the light fixture looks so much better. And the doorbell doesn't work, so we're going to tape off those wires and stick them back in the wall, y'all. So here I am just priming, putting some white primer on the outside of the frame, which is going to make this place look a little bit better, a little bit more cohesive, and it's just going to take it from dingy and dusty to clean and streamlined. Y'all, so once I got that door frame primed, I am now painting with just some white paint just to make the frame look clean, streamlined, and give this front door a complete facelift. Now with $5, I just decided that I was going to run around the corner to my local Dollar Tree and make it do what it do. So I was able to get 4 light fixtures for outdoors. They were $1.25 each, y'all. They looked amazing. They were pretty sturdy, and I thought they would be excellent for this project. Now, y'all, I had some leftover mulch from a previous project that I did at my front door. So again, since my neighbor didn't want any flowers, I decided that this little bed would look so perfect and so neat and clean with just a bag of mulch and some lights. And it came out beautifully, y'all. It just came out so nice, so clean, so uniform looking. And I only needed a bag and a half to do this project. And just look how neat and clean this area now looks. It went from crusty and busted to now clean, streamlined, and more uniform. So look at our complete transformation, y'all. I always stress this one important fact. It ain't where you live, it's how you live. You can transform any space from crusty to beautiful. After the front door got its second coat and the framing, you now see that it looks more clean. Everything is starting to come together, look more uniform, cohesive. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Is this something that you would do to your front door? And maybe you are a renter, maybe you're a homeowner, but these are just some design ideas that can take your dusty and crusted and busty space to the next level, y'all. It doesn't take a lot. Hey y'all, what's up? So they say the outside of your home sets the stage for the beauty that's on the inside. So most important, key importance when you are cleaning up the outside of your home, trying to make it presentable, use what you have. Sometimes you ain't got a whole bunch of money to hire somebody to come out and landscape. Use the tools that you have. I just use some simple bricks. Y'all, my little $2.74 can of spray paint. I don't know if the rain gonna wash the paint off, y'all, but I do know that it looks so much better. I bought 3 bags of mulch for $10. That was it. And the lights came from the Dollar Tree. 4 lights, $1.25 each. It's as simple as just using what you already have to make your landscaping come to life. It doesn't take a lot. And I used what I had. I only had regular paint. I didn't have door paint, which is basically required when you're painting a front door. But this is an apartment, y'all. My landlord wasn't going to paint the door. Our landlords wasn't going to paint the door. This ain't my house. This is a neighbor's house. Our landlords wasn't going to paint the door. So I used what I had, and what I had is working. Will it last? Probably not. It'll probably need more paint at a future time. But for right now, it's coming along beautiful. It's coming alive. It looks so much better than it did. If you aren't enjoying this video, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Yes, I am outside, y'all. Get me some grounding. Stay tuned. We're almost at the end, at the finished result. Now, y'all knew this part was coming. You had to know that somehow, some way, I was going to get some soap and some water involved. You knew it. You just had to know, because that's what I do. Now, I didn't have no power washer to power wash the front of this property, but I did have some Clorox cleanup with bleach in a bucket and a scrub brush. So we just trying to make this front door entryway look just a little bit more presentable. So I am doing what I do best, clean. And that's what is required for the front of this front door. So we're going to do our best, the best we can with what we got, to scrub the concrete a little bit, get a little bit of the dirt up off of it, make it look a little bit more presentable. We did not have access to a power washer or a hose to thoroughly spray down the concrete, but what can I say? I did the best that I could with what I had, and the best that I could still came out so much better than what it previously looked like. So just keep watching, y'all, all the way to the end. So guys, after giving this little entryway a little bit of TLC, this is the final result of what we came up with just a little bit of spray paint, a little bit of mulch, some items from the Dollar Tree. We were able to transform this front door area into a beautiful, stunning entryway. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.